Hello everyone, this is Venom, and forgive me, I've been sick since last Thursday, so I've not had any videos out, and I know I sound like crap, but I gotta get something out, and I've actually got a couple of video ideas. I'm still not used to talking so much after being sick for a while. I've got a couple of video ideas involving the raids. I'm gonna be doing that one later on in the week when I can talk, because I got a lot of talking to do in that one. But this one's gonna be kind of a wish list of things that I want to see in 2025 for Destiny 2 for Frontiers. Now, I know that Bungie already has an idea of what they're going to do for Frontiers. I'm sure it's in full development right now. At least I would hope it is. However, I am hoping that we're going to have some of these new options or some of these new gameplay mechanics in Frontiers. And I say that because Frontiers makes me hopeful that we're going to have some new kind of gameplay. Now, Destiny 2, of course, is going to be a first-person shooter. It should always be a first-person shooter. But it does not mean that we cannot have some additional things in the game that will probably, optimize that. I am hoping that with Frontiers, it is what it sounds like. We're going to be going to the frontier. We're going to be expanding, not just the last city, but expanding for Cabal and Elixir allies, for the Awoken, for maybe even the Hive. We'll see. So I'm hoping that there is some kind of exploration that's going to be added to it, and with that, I think that might open up a few different gameplay mechanics that we've never seen in Destiny 2. So, with that in mind, here are a few things I'd like to see in Frontiers. We're going to start with something that's actually kind of on the back of my mind right now. We're going to know pretty soon whether or not this is something that's going to happen. Just as far as story mode, of course, the first episode of the year is over, and I'm hoping that Failsafe S remains in the helm. Now, the way they've kind of left it right now is ambiguous. I would hope that she just remains a part of the helm now. If not, I'm going to be really disappointed. They had a really cool way to bring her back. Honestly, it's always kind of been weird for me that they've just left Failsafe, this sentient AI, just stuck on Nessus and haven't really done anything with her. They brought her to the helm now. I really hope they don't just abandon her and leave her on Nessus again. Let her stay with the helm, give her a new ship. I think that'd be a really cool thing to do. Now, the other thing that's going to be kind of it's a general thing I always want to see for the game, is bringing back all the old content. I mean, from the Red War onward, that's going to be on part of my wish list. So that one is, I don't even know if I can really count that one, but that's going to be always on my wish list. So now, past that, everything going forward is going to be brand new stuff that I would like to see added into the game, starting with clan bases or player houses again. Now, at one point, we did actually have a player trophy room on the Leviathan. That was taken out when things got sunsetted in the game. It's kind of shitty, too, because they took a lot of resources to actually improve that room. Now, Bungie basically threw all that down the drain when they got rid of that trophy room. Now, it would be nice to have some place to put that effort into again. Now, when it comes to player houses or clan bases, I could see them doing something kind of like what Warframe has. The only problem I have with Warframe's player base, or with their clan, their dojos, that's what their clan base is that if you're not a high-ranking member of the clan, you can't really do anything in there. You can contribute to whatever building projects the owners or the leaders want to do, but you can't really design anything. You don't have your own room. You can't choose where things go. So that's not something I really like, because if you're a lower level or a lower ranking person in the clan, if you're not the clan owner, you really got no control over what happens. So some kind of additional, clan individual rooms where you can actually decorate your own room, or if not, I mean, we don't even have to have clan rooms. Just give us like our own personal, maybe not helm, but our own personal capital ship or something that we can decorate ourselves, or give us like a campsite or something that we can put out there, something that we can decorate and make our own. Doesn't have to be too crazy. I'm not saying it's got to be insane, but some place we could actually put up trophies and show our accomplishments once again. That's something I would really like to see. And on that, it kind of goes hand in hand. I say survival crafting. This is not really a survival crafting type game, but only because the code name is Frontiers is the only reason I can think that maybe survival crafting could be a part of it. Now, what could we actually put in for survival crafting? What would fit in Destiny 2? Well, there's not a ton, if I'm being honest with you. Now, maybe they can come out with a new power system where we have to craft our own armor. Maybe the old power system, is no more. We're going into the frontiers. We're going to start crafting our own armor from what we find out in out in the open. I mean, maybe that could be a thing, but I don't really see that working out too well. Letting us craft ammunition like we used to before, that I could see working out. Or craft ammunition packs. I mean, we used to have ammunition packs in Destiny 1. It'd be nice to have those again for Destiny 2. Now, we've got the rally banners. I don't like them. I mean, they're cool, But I would like to have, some ammo packs like we did in Destiny 1. That'd be something that we could craft up. We've already got materials out in the world that we can gather now, so let us do stuff with that. Allow us to create our own ships, allow us to maybe build some weapons. We've already got weapon crafting in the game, so there are a few ways that survival crafting could fit into it. Now, I say survival, really it's just crafting. I mean, I don't really know that we're going to have any kind of meaningful survival in Destiny 2. Technically speaking, our player could be starving and still be resurrected over and over again, so I don't really see any real survival aspects being in there, but some kind of minor crafting. Now, in episode 2, we're going to be getting quote-unquote potion crafting. I think all potion crafting is going to be is just probably more focusing like we did the weapons, and I can't remember what it is, but I don't think it's going to be any real actual potion crafting. Like, we're not going to craft potions to bring with us or anything like that. Or if we do, it's going to suck when it goes away. So I don't think we're going to actually have any real potion crafting. I think they're just calling it that. It's really just going to be whatever the artifact perk, or not the artifact perks, but the home perks of the season are going to be. I think that's all potion crafting is really going to be. So, some kind of crafting added in. Along with crafting, the next thing I'd like to see is weapon crafting revised. Now, weapon crafting in the game right now, it's okay. I don't particularly like it. It's not the way I envision it to be. I mean, it'll get you where you need to go, but I don't like that all these new exotics can be crafted now. I wish we had random exotic drops again, but as far as weapon crafting, I never saw weapon crafting being the way it is now. The way I would change it is that you don't just get perks by leveling up weapons. I would like it to where when you break down a weapon, you get a random module from that weapon. Like, if I break down a random legendary SMG and it has Demolitionist on it, I have a chance to get a Demolitionist module that I can then put on a customized weapon. Like, don't even make specific weapons, just give us, like, custom weapons we can make. Like, you choose the actual frame, I want a lightweight frame, this many RPMs, and I want, this set of perks I can put on it, and you can start plugging in perks from different modules that you gotten from other weapons. That's what I thought weapon crafting would be like. So maybe some kind of revised weapon crafting. As it is right now, it's kind of boring. I really don't like the exotic crafting every season either, having to do the exotic mission over and over again every week to get all the catalysts unlocked. It really is kind of bugging the crap out of me. I'm really tired of the system. I don't like exotic crafting at all to begin with, so I really wish I'd get rid of it. But if they're going to go ahead and keep it, I would like them to revise it. Now, to go along with crafting, I would also like them to add armor crafting to the game. In fact, to me, I think armor crafting makes more sense to have, especially now, than maybe weapon crafting does. Now, what would you do with armor crafting? Well, I don't think we should be crafting flat-out armor like we are now. I think we should be able to adjust the stats of armor. So maybe not full-out armor crafting, but allow us to adjust the stats of the armor. And I don't mean just, adding in a mod to give us 10. I mean, like, allow us to spend maybe some high-end resources to move the stats off of one stat to another. Maybe you use an Ascendant Shard, you can take a point off of Strength and put it under Mobility, something like that. I've had many times where I've had sets that were almost perfect, but I was literally just like 1 or 2 points off, and I need an absolute perfect piece of armor to fit that to get the actual stats I want. I think if we just get some really high-ranking armor, and we unlock the ability to craft that and move stats around, I think that'd be really good as far as armor crafting goes. I don't think the game actually gives us a good way to craft armor like we do weapons right now, because really armor is just a stat holder. That's all it is. It's just what stats do you want for your character. That's all that armor is right now, so I think just a way to move those stats around would be a really good addition to the game right now. Or at least in Frontiers. Maybe not right now, but in Frontiers I think it might be a good one. Next up, something that's been requested quite a bit even since Destiny 1, and that's going to be ship combat and or sparrow combat. We've got all these different exotic ships and legendary ships in Destiny 2, and none of them really do a damn thing except change our loading screen. It'd be really great to actually have some kind of space combat in the game. Now, obviously, that would take a huge overhaul, and especially with all the ships in the game right now, if you gave them all unique weapons and abilities, that's probably not something we would get for years. However, I think that would be something cool to have. Same with Sparrow combat. I mean, it surprises me to this day that Sparrows were designed without weapons on them. So I think we should have some kind of weapons or defenses, something on Sparrows where we could actually, engage in some kind of combat with them would be great. I miss all the vehicle combat in PvP with Destiny 1. I mean, we don't get that in Destiny 2 anymore. I miss that. I would really love to see something like that in Destiny 2. Will we get something like that in the future? Who knows? Next up, NPC recruits. I think it would be cool to be able to recruit, say, Elixni or Cabal or even other NPC Guardians to join you at your, your base or your ship or whatever, or at the very least, bring them to strikes with you. That is kind of a cool feature that Final Fantasy XIV has. Again, I know the different types of games, so, what works in one game won't necessarily work in another, but maybe you could recruit, certain Elixni allies or Cabal allies, and when you're on strikes or even maybe raids or dungeons, they can give you some kind of bonus. Or having some kind of system to where they can actually fight with you. Now, obviously, that would take probably a lot of work. The AI pathing might be a little unique, but yeah, I mean, that'd be really cool to have your AI companions fight with you. That could be something that could be viable. Maybe some kind of open world situation where they can come out with you in an open world setting. I'm assuming Frontiers might have some like legitimate open world stuff, and most of Destiny 2 does have some open world aspects. Don't get me wrong. We've got destinations where we can go out and explore. I'm thinking maybe we're gonna have a bit more in the open world category when Frontiers comes out, but some kind of NPC recruitment to where I can actually have my own clan of NPCs or my own allies that kind of roll with the Guardian. It's always just the Guardian and the Ghost, but I would like to see the Guardian's friends, the Guardian's allies, and see them going off on adventures. So that'd be kind of cool. Again, super wishful thinking, but that would be cool. Next up, I'm assuming that this is what Frontiers is named for, but I would like to start establishing more cities, and I would like to see our allies in the Elixni and the Cabal actually settle down and find a place to live permanently now. Choose a planet, choose a spot on Earth, and let's actually push out now. We've been the last city for a long time. It's dangerous just being a single city. It's time to start establishing some new cities around. We've taken care of the Witness. We've got, a pretty good hold on the system. Let's start pushing out now. I'm hoping this is what Frontiers is, us pushing back against the wilderness and establishing more towns, more settlements, and more big cities. And finally, I would love to see both the Elixni and Cabal light and Dark Bearers. Now, it would be cool to see some Ghosts start to resurrect some Elixni and some Cabal. It would be really nice if they sent out, if the Traveler sent out another wave of Ghosts, or it said, hey, Ghosts, you can start, resurrecting the Elixni and the Cabal. They've earned the ability to use the light. That'd be great. Or if not that, we should be able to teach them how to use the darkness. Stasis should be easy enough to teach them. From what I understand, canonically, Strand might be a little bit more dangerous to teach, especially since they can't resurrect. I know the Guardian died a lot when it learned how to use Stasis, but Osiris learned, I'm sorry, not Stasis, when they learned how to use Strand. Osiris learned how to do it, but he's also Osiris. But it'd be really cool to see the rest of their allies learn how to use darkness, and maybe let them use the light. It'd be cool to see some Elixir, some Cabal, and eventually maybe, again, I doubt it happens, but with Frontiers, it'd be nice to see maybe some Cabal Guardians, Elixir Guardians, that you can actually choose as their characters. That'd be really cool to see.